Grand Rising YouTube, Grand Rising. Good evening, good day, depending on where you are. I'm back in again to channel the messages that's sent to me, through me, and for me to share. But remember, not every message that comes through is going to be a message for everyone. But there's definitely a message here for someone. You're just needing to take the messages that resonates and leave the rest for those that the message will resonate with. So it's the 22nd. My ears are ringing. It's the 22nd of November, 2025. But my messages are timeless. So regardless of when you hear this message, I feel like it's when you're most needing to hear the message the most. This is my second recording that I'm uploading to the channel. I had a long day yesterday and a good sleep. So I'm just feeling energized, you know. And the last message that I did, normally I would come in and do a part 2. But that energy just needed to be cleansed and cleared, you know. It kind of took a turn mid-read. Some type of emergency energy came through. But anyway, without going too much into that energy in this message, there's a need. I feel like the energy here is to separate the two. I'm hearing balance your practicality with your spirituality. But let's just see, what's the overall energy in regards to this message for those that's needing to hear a message at this time. And we got Spirit Guide, card number 42. And the card reads, a voice of wisdom and guidance from Spirit come. Be in touch with your Spirit Guide. He calls you to step forward and bring this message to the world. He has opened the way for you and for your soul and your soul's evolution, and for you to spread his messages. You are a channel, a link to the spirit world, and you will bring forward the messages to others as they need the knowledge and the comfort. You can speak with your spirit guides when you need guidance or to bring blessings into your life. You are a beacon, and others will be drawn towards you, and your guides will know how to help those in need and be able to ease their suffering or simply lighten the burden in their lives. I feel through the messages that you will share. And this is card number 42. Break it down to the 6. And this energy of comfort, this is an energy that was coming through in the previous message, you know, twice, bottom of the deck, and actually came through. So there's some kind of significance here, you know. Let's get another card in regards to this energy. Bottom of the deck, we've got card number 51, the Dance of Life. And this card is unconditional love. So card number 49, you have been touched by the power of unconditional love. The flower on this card represents your love, the balance of your life, and that the flower of your heart has opened. Your heart has awakened to the vibration of unconditional love. The frequency of soul has given birth to this power of love that flows from within and surrounds you. This energy is powerful and magical with an added gift of healing. It's a gentle element for all souls in life around you, whom you touch and see and know. Love is a healer and spreads out radiance, light and energy. The divine gift flows like a river from your soul, holding you in a warm, magical embrace. For some reason, I'm just guided to put them both this way. You may have some kind of connection here to the Native Americans. But let's get overall energy in regards to this spirit guide message. And this is the Hangman energy. In the reverse, someone's been enlightened here. Someone's had a change of perception, a change in direction. Also, we got healing, the star cards at the bottom of the deck. Kind of take her off camera a little bit. So let's see in this energy of what's being mirrored to you. Angel number 42, 49 may be significant here. So let's get a few cards in regards to the energy of this message for those that may resonate. What's the most important message from Spirit here? And we've got this energy of curiosity. This is a repeating card from the previous message. Now it's the first card out. It was the fourth card out in the previous message. So let's see in regards to this energy. And we've got destiny. Something is needing to be put in its place, in its position. Someone, place or thing. So let's see in regards to the energy of this message for those that may be resonating with. What's the energy of this message with the Hangman? And we've got cycles. It's here in the reverse. Let's get two more cards in regards to the energy of this message for those that's needing to hear a message at this time. And again, we've got potential. I feel like your spirit guide, your spirit team wants you to know your potential. They want you to step into this energy of moving towards your full potential, you know, tapping into that energy, that power. Get another card in regards to the energy. I'm hearing right now you are loved at this time, and there's this energy of comfort. Something that was once lost is now found. Inner child healing is what I'm picking up on here. This energy of dancing with life is coming through strongly. And the card that just came through is unveiling. No longer feeling clouded, you know. At one point you may have been curious, you know, and I feel for those who I'm connecting with, you're forever going to have a curious mind, you know, always seeking truth, always seeking some type of knowledge, you know, because with knowledge it's going to bring wisdom for you to be able to apply this within your life cycles, you know, always going through cycles. Don't let this discourage you, you know, always reaching for your full potential. Don't let the fact that this card is here in the reverse discourage you. I want to get a card in regards to this energy for those that's not needing to hear this message at this time. Overflow, card number 43. Let's get one more card in regards to this energy of potential and cycle. Netcasters. Don't let them catch you slipping, I heard. Hang in there. I heard hang in there. I literally just heard hang in there. Let's see, tell me more about this energy. Okay, I'm literally just following guidance right now. I did only want to get one card. Perfect storm, the courage to step into light. And right now, I'm picking up on this energy of, you know, even if life is perfect, in this energy of perfect, there's always something in this world, in life, that's gonna put us in this energy of going through cycles, you know. It's gonna catch us a little bit, make us feel like, is this part of our destiny? You know, what is there? There's more to life type energy. It's just an overflow of the things that's taking place in this world. We're at this energy of 43, but with all that's taking place in this world, natural disasters, idle killing, reckless killing, you know, it's all of it. It's low vibrational. So we're moving from the 43 to the 42. It's like a back step. but yet we're moving forward. This is destiny, you know. I'm connecting with someone who's connecting with the stars and the moon and the Most High, the divine, the universe, asking these questions in regards to these karmic cycles. And I feel like there's some type of intel that's coming to you straight from the divine, straight from source. Cycles is something that we're always going to be going through. It's a constant, you know. It's a constant. I'm hearing orbit. But it's all in the potential for us to see, number one, what's behind the veil, because there's more to us and this world than what we see with the naked eye, you know. But it's for us to reach this full potential. Card number 44, know that you're protected. There's a lot of 4 energy here. 43, 42, 44. So let's see, in regards to this energy of unveiling. Jeweled Web is at the bottom of the deck, and the card that came through directly on top of this overflow energy is the Magician's Sword. Confidence in your magic, card number 37, and I'm kind of guided to leave it where it's fallen. And then we've got this energy of 33, this energy of a joyful muse, you know, inspiration. Someone is now seeing you behind the veil, you know. Someone was only seeing you at, you know, I'm hearing skin deep, surface level. They was only seeing, you know, but they weren't seeing the depth of you, the soul of who you are. Is the energy I'm picking up on here. Let's get one more card in regards to this energy. I'm seeing a lot of master numbers here. 33, 44. Gathering around the power of community. Seeing beyond the veil, you know. So let's clarify this energy of Netcaster. Cactus. Resourcefulness. Perfect storm. What is this energy of a perfect storm here for those that may be resonating in the energy of this message? Repairing the veil. That's a message within itself. We've got the veil that's here, seeing beyond the veil. Something is being repaired, you know. A misunderstanding, a bad judgment call. So let's see in regards to this energy of this Netcaster, this perfect storm energy. Still nothing wants to fall in this energy. And we've got the wall. It's obstacles. There's no more obstacles in your way no longer, you know. Nothing to cause any discomfort along your journey. You being seen, I'm hearing. And I don't even think your full potential is being seen yet. Is an energy I'm picking up on here. Let's see if anything's going to come in. Close the gap. I'm hearing close the gap. And we've got Root Girl here. It's all making sense. What didn't make sense in the beginning is making sense in the end. Similar energy to the previous message. Going with the flow. Bottom of the deck, we've got the Crossing, the Invitation. Moving through this energy of the portal. There's an energy I'm picking up on. Let's get a few cards in regards to this overflow energy. This energy of curiosity. Be the best version of yourself and stay today and start today. You know, drop your walls, I'm hearing. Drop your walls. There may be something that's happening within your community. Within my channeled message I was picking up on in the previous message, there's a need for you to get ready or stay ready so you don't have to get ready, I believe is the phrase. There's something or someone may be calling you to speak, you know. I'm hearing to take the stand. But let's see, in regards to this energy of Muse, card number 33. In this energy of resourcefulness, someone's creativity is useful. I'm hearing is resourceful. It's got potential. Life lessons again. Be mindful of those who you're trusting with your creativities. You know. The card that also wants to come through is to overcome. You first have to climb. I pay attention is falling over into this energy of destiny and root girl, starting from the bottom to the top, you know, in this energy of preparations come to fruition. It's like those childhood dreams, those childhood wishes, desires, passions that you had. It's beneficial right now. You may need to take a class or two in regards to what this is, you know, a kind of a refresher. I'm hearing a master class. So let's see, in regards to this energy of repairing the veil. Why is this energy of repairing the veil here? All is well. Even though you may not feel like all is well right now because of some type of a storm that may have been going on. You know, there's been so many storms that's been going on around the world right now on different levels, different scales, different categories. You know, I'm hearing different reasons. But this card is titled The Perfect Storm. Whatever this is, you're in a bubble of protection. You know, there's certain things that's needing to be forgiven in this energy of forgiveness here that's came through. Mother Earth is needing to discipline her land and her people. Tell me more about this energy of root girl, the disowned self, in regards to this energy of destiny. This card came through in the obstacle position. It says the light in you can lead the way. You just have to trust and believe. Life lessons, you know, teaching life lessons. Teaching with your last and not your first. You know, the world we live in today. What's this that you see behind the veil? Going back into the oracle message, you know, the Most High just wants you to spread His word of His message, and that message is going to be different for everyone. This is an individual journey and a collective lost for words. Can't think of the word. So anyway, it says be calm and keep going. The Magician's Swords is the card I'm clarifying next. It says natural healing power. That's your potential. That's the potential that lays within you. You know, you have a natural healing power within you. Not only can you heal yourself, you know, this is a healing power that can bring healing to others. This could be through your creativity. This could be through music, through art, through drawing, through painting. So I'm going to clarify the Magician's Sword one more time in regards to the energy of this message. Courage arrives when you step out of fear. You have the power to make yourself better. Education is key, you know, in what it is that you have passion in. So let's see, tell me more about this energy of root girl, this energy of destiny. When it feels right, do it. The first step is taken. You have asked for help. And The message is ask and you shall receive. Someone wanted to know what their purpose was. It's being brought to you in some way, shape or form. You know, you're just needing to have that courage to step into your power. Speak your truth. Walk your truth. In the energy of the magician's sword that's here. Be calm and keep going. This is maybe something that you've already started, you know. Maybe something may be feeling overwhelming. Maybe the things that you've picked up on that's hidden, you know, behind the veil. No longer curious, you know. Realizing that this your spiritual journey, spirituality, it's a serious thing. It's something to be taken serious. It's not to be taken for a joke. It's that energy. So let's see. Tell me more about this energy of destiny. Tell me more about this energy of destiny for those that I'm connecting with. It says, this is so much more. There's so much more to you than you think. But whoever I'm connecting with, you know who you are. Self-mastery, card number 44. You know you're divinely protected. You know that you're directly ascended from the heavens. You know, descended, ascended master energy, here to learn and to teach. So let's see, in regards to this energy of cycles, why is this energy of cycles here? For those that may be resonating in the energy of this message, a couple cards came through. It says, one spirit, one way. It reads, trusting the wise spirits, and your prayer will be answered. Ask and you shall receive. If it's truth that you're seeking, then it's truth you shall find. You know, it's that energy. Bottom of the deck, it says inner space and universal knowledge. So let's see, in regards to this energy of this storm, one spirit guide, one way. Like, basically the energy of that message is the overall saying of what takes place here on earth, regardless of whatever the influence of the devil may have over his people. You know, there's no influence over the true, those who won't be swayed by the temptations and the materialistic, you know, those who see beyond the surface, who see beyond the veil, those who have that direct, I'm hearing consciousness, I want to say connection with their ancestors. You know there's more to life than what we see with the naked eye. This is the kind of energy of you see more than you speak, you know. High priestess energy. Let's see about this energy of the muse. Endurance is the key to success. Keep moving. I'm hearing regardless of the criticism, you know, especially if you know you're being guided by the Most High and your higher self. It's that kind of an energy of taking the positivity out of the negativity. That's that balance, you know, seeing things for what it truly is without feeling burdened by what it is that you hear. You know, you may be, for example, this could be something that you may be painting. Someone might say, oh, add a bit of this to it. You say, oh yeah, that could work. There's no harm in trying. Now, if it's something that someone says, for an example, oh, just put black all over it, you know that's not for you. That's not going to help what it is that you're trying to express, because that's not yours. That's their expression. That's not your expression. And it's not something that you're willing to take on either. You know, it's that kind of an energy I'm picking up on here. So let's see, in this energy of the veil, why is this energy of the veil here? Don't let no one sway you. That's the energy I'm picking up on. Unless it makes sense to you and your purpose and what it is that you're trying to bring to the table. the message that comes through, it says true love can never really be lost, but it's in the reverse. A spiritual hug. Bottom of the deck it reads, your soul will find those you are meant to experience this lifetime. And I just feel like that's just relevant for me. This feels like heart of the matter and center of this message. You know, in this energy of cycles, what's meant for you can never pass you. Man's rejection is God's redirection, is the reason why all of this emotion looks like this, you know, type energy. Carry the torch for others to see. Wake up the world. That's your mission. Double mission here is an energy I'm picking up on for some. I'm so drawn to this deck for the last week or so. And we've got Christ consciousness here. Card number 27, which I would read from the book. Spiritual degree. Card number 41. So card number 27 from the book. So it reads, as the vibration of the soul elevates towards the frequency of unlimited resourcefulness of the spiritual dimensions, the heart relaxes with trust and the mind becomes more comfortable, letting go and receiving. As you practice sustaining your vibration in this state of gracefulness, trust, you are opening to new ways of both giving and receiving, learning it to experience higher frequencies of peace and bliss that happen naturally when resting in divine flow. In such detached openness, divine love flows freely through your soul, and your presence in the world becomes a source of healing. The Christ consciousness at a soul level opens the heart to a new level of abundance, generosity, grace, and unconditional love. Your heart is capable of giving and receiving in increasingly expansive ways. And as you regularly remind yourself of this, you will experience a deeply nurturing spiritual connection that instills you with a sense of peace, courage, and optimism. Christ consciousness is an expression of divine love straight from the universal heart. The Christ consciousness is the divine friend to humanity unconditionally, loving of all hearts. His religion is love. His message is compassion. His strength. He strengthens the soul to trust in higher guiding wisdom of one spiritual path above all else. He is a teacher of courage, surrender, and higher understanding. Bear in mind that the hangman energy is overall energy here, which is that surrender energy that eventually emerges in our hearts as we let go of our opinions about things and become willing to be shown the deeper purpose for soul healing, hiding within the circumstances of our lives. When the soul needs deeper alignment with faith to move through a challenging time, the presence of Christ manifests in the inner temple of the heart. His presence in the reading signifies that there is a tremendous capacity in the soul to move through a challenge. And no matter how difficult circumstances may be, the soul will eventually attain spiritual success. In this sense, the presence of Christ is a profound encouragement to continue with one's inner healing's journey. To access the Christ consciousness within, the soul moves through ongoing process of spiritual surrender, dropping more deeply into the increasingly unconditional trust in one's authentic soul's path and spiritual healing journey. Though there will be questions about the mysteries that one must endure, some profoundly beautiful and others most painful, there will be a sense that somehow all things are leading the soul towards peace, love, and spiritual awakening. The key message of the Christ consciousness is to trust. On the path to Christ consciousness, the body, the mind, and the soul receive increasing spiritual life. Eventually, there is a transmutation, an evolution so radical and absolute that the human being irrevocably changed, becoming a living embodied expression of pure divine will, love and power, an unwavering expression of divine love for all who are in need. This process takes lifetimes to complete. To even be on such a path is a mark of spiritual advancement and the opportunity to receive countless blessings, to support your own journey, and to fulfill your sole purpose of serving love. The advanced nature of such such a spiritual path makes it narrow than others' path. Certain ways of being that others can get away with will simply not be suitable for the soul learning this deeper spiritual way of being. There will be a sense of conscious and willing choice to honor one's soul's journey, even if certain sacrifices are required. The oracle speaks of great capacity within your soul, greater than you're consciously realized at this time. Trust that even a difficult challenge is before you, and you have what it takes to move through it successfully. It may be the very thing that ends up revealing your divine nature, launching you into an entirely new cycle of evolution and sacred expression. Be patient and persistent with the process. You are destined for significant spiritual progress this lifetime, and yet you must do your part to secure those benefits. Do not give up on your inner work. Even the toughest experiences will turn around for you. Keep going. When one is genuinely approaching initiation, there will be a test. These tests give the soul a chance to develop mastery in the development of Christ consciousness. There will be a test around forgiveness. Forgiveness happens more easily when you don't resent natural limitations. It would otherwise be like becoming angry at the sun for not shining at night, or an infant for not knowing how to walk. Natural laws prevail, and inherent in those laws are certain limitations. Having compassion for the natural limitations in the consciousness and the capacity of human beings as we mature spiritually over many lifetimes allows for forgiveness to flow more readily. As you process the pain of an experience, you will become aware of the limitations in yourself and others that generated the difficulty. When that inner processing is complete, forgiveness can spontaneously arise. Forgiveness of yourself and others is a liberating gift from your spirit to your heart, mind, body, and soul. The Christ consciousness also evokes tests on the soul's relationship to power. As you grow, you will become more powerful. You can express your personal power in surrendering your attachment to your own opinion in favor of non-judging openness to the workings of a higher will. Even though much of the time you will not understand why things happen the way they do, you will be tested on whatever you try to force things to happen as suits your personal preferences. Or if you learn to work hard towards your desired outcome with detachment and trust. The soul will also be tested as it develops various abilities and talents. Will the soul identify with those abilities, claiming that the power arises through some superiority in you? Or will the soul remain humble and open, striving to express the gifts granted in a way that honors the greater good? You can be aware and have a sense of humor regarding the all too easy seduction of the ego that loves to hijack the spiritual path and make it about being better than others. When that happens, we need to reconnect with devotion to a greater love and express compassion, mercy, and fearlessness. Such devotion ensures that the spiritual potency flowing through your soul remains a pure expression of divine will, and higher purpose of spiritual benefit to all beings. The shadow expression of the Christ consciousness energy in the soul is martyring oneself to gain admiration and attention, denying one's own healthy needs from a place of wounded self-esteem. This is manipulative, not spiritually empowered. Perhaps you feel that you need to sacrifice yourself for others, but you are just as much in need of love as any other being on this planet. When you are full and overflowing, what you share with others can enhance you and them. It is not a choice between what nurtures you and what nurtures others, as though those are nurturing for all. Care is universal. Caring for yourself and caring about others is a part of how you increase a caring presence in the world. If you feel diminished or drained, you have likely been pulled out of a higher frequency of peace and kindness. Perhaps you've become more temporarily entangled in power games or misled by the actions of another rather than the truth of your own heart. It can take time to learn what it is genuinely love, to love yourself and love others. This is the growth edge for the soul, particularly if you've learned that love was about making yourself feel less than in order to help another feel like more. It may take some time before you realize this type of behavior is not love, nor is it a consciously chosen sacrifice. It is a heart acting. It is a heart acting out of its scars from the past. Your heart deserves to experience and express real love you are capable of. As you gently claim this for yourself, you will find such strength within, such respect for yourself, and the willingness to receive many good things in your life, as well as the ability to love others in a healthier ways with functional boundaries. Will you embrace the Christ love within your soul? You have a just right. You have a just right to experience love, respect, and forgiveness as another. Gently remind yourself. Gently remind yourself of this as you radiate the love within to others, the planet, and your own self-sharing. Sharing love brings you closer to the Christ within you, within your soul, and the fulfillment of your spiritual mission this lifetime. It also opens you to attract prosperity and abundance in whatever ways you want and or need to thrive. Let the love in. Trust in love's gentle kindness. It has great healing power, and through it, all manner of things are possible. It is time not to cast aside doubt, align with love's accomplishing power. And the invocation of this card reads, I call on the unconditional love of the Christ consciousness, the peaceful kind and the generous grace that flows readily to all hearts, bestowing courage and faith. I open my heart to the abundant love and kindness of the universe, receiving prosperity of all good things, and through such blessing, I am able to contribute towards the greater good. I allow myself to give and receive freely, and I trust that the universe genuinely responds to my need for love. All that I want and need comes to me in accordance with the loving intelligence of the divine timing. I feel much gratitude in my heart now for loving blessings and grace of the universe. May the light and the love of true Christ consciousness bless the hearts of all living beings, bringing peace, awareness, and love to fruition in all dimensions of existence through my own free will. So be it. And on that note, I feel like I'm going to end this message here. I feel like enough is being said, you know. I feel like what needs to be heard is being heard in this message. Again, like I said, I'm in the mood to read, and it's the weekend, you know. So I definitely will be back out with some more messages. And again, appreciations to all of my subscribers, new subscribers, you know, old subscribers. You're all helping my channel to grow, and for the messages to be heard by those that's needing to hear a message right now at this time. So love and light to you all, and peace and blessings.